Hi, it's Kylie Mort, aka Mum, reporting live on our adventures as we journey on site and online around Australia. Now, before I dive in, imagine this. You arrive at your next stop, and it's not just a regular pit stop. It's a place that brings back memories, one that feels like family, and not just any family, but a place that makes you feel truly connected. Stay tuned because this one's a keeper. So, we were always going to spend some time at Donna's farm, and to be honest, this was one of those stops I looked forward to the most. When we first started talking about leaving Benalla, it was Adam who gave Tom the nudge to consider this big adventure. That small idea has now led us to this moment where Victoria is behind us and a whole new chapter of the journey is ahead. And while Adam is no longer with us, it made spending time with Donna even more special. This wasn't just about stopping, it was about being there, sharing time, and making memories. Week one was all about pitching in. There was mowing, slashing, digging, trenching, and building. Sure, but it wasn't about hard work for the sake of it. It was about sharing time together, enjoying the farm life, and experiencing a rhythm that feels like home. It wasn't your typical holiday vibe. It was a chance to settle into a pace where work and fun go hand in hand. And even as we balanced homeschooling, we made the most of it, knowing the Gold Coast theme parks were just around the corner. Now, while I was focused on homeschooling the kids, Tom was diving into farm life and enjoying being the handyman again. This is certainly a caravan of very different personalities, but here at Donna's, we could all find our happy place. One child, our gamer, knew that he had to get through his chores and schoolwork before he could go online and connect with his mates. The other child, the ADHD learner, had a rhythm that was more about taking breaks. Do some work, take a walk, help with the farm, do some more work. A perfect balance between studying and experiencing real-world skills. It was also a great week to get a bit of everything in. Agriculture lessons, shed building, and some real-world learning about machinery. It wasn't just about textbooks. We got to see firsthand how this little farm works, how things are built, and how specialized horsemanship courses are lived out between clinics. And even though we did plenty of work, there was also fun to be had. A trip to Tweed Heads for fish and chips on Good Friday, and an afternoon at the local skate park, where D-Man gave it a solid 9 out of 10. Homeschooling tips for parents. 1. Routine is important, but keep it short and sweet. A little and often approach to core skills makes learning enjoyable, not a chore. 2. Let the questions flow. That's a great question. Where can we find the answer? Learning becomes more motivating when kids are in the driver's seat. 3. Push them outside their comfort zone. Comfort zones are great, but nothing ever grows there. Sometimes we need to nudge them into new experiences. And while I'm talking about kids and learning, travel tips for the caravanning family. 1. Working on farms for accommodation gives you a chance to save a little money before hitting bigger destinations. Plus, it's a great way to learn real life skills. 2. Check for local deliveries, whether it's Coles or Woolworths. Getting groceries delivered saves you fuel money and lets you take your time browsing for the best deals. And no impulse buying, which I definitely appreciate. 3. Cooking the big meals while you have an actual kitchen is a bonus. Our chef, aka Tom, is going to miss this farmhouse kitchen when we head back to the under-awning Baby Weber Q life. As the week went on, we all fell into a wonderful rhythm. I found my quiet time every morning with an hour-long walk down the road to greet the sunrise. And although Bingley, our little doxy, wasn't too thrilled about these country roads, Ruby, the farm dog, was loving it. At first, there was barking every morning when I went to pick her up from the farmhouse, but she soon got into the groove, waiting patiently at the door so I could give Donna a few more minutes of sleep before the horses needed breakfast. Sorry, not sorry about the sunrise photos. It's honestly the prettiest part of my day. The big takeaway here, homeschooling doesn't have to be that burden that you carry along with you whilst you travel. It's about letting life be the teacher, using the environment and experiences to drive learning. This is something I get to do with students all over Australia. Whether it's through my online platform or through one-on-one tuition, we incorporate real-world discussion and focus into everything we do. So if you're looking for help to support your child's education in a way that aligns with their pace and interests, reach out to me. I'd love to help. Coming up next, Easter morning. Stay tuned for part 2 where we dive into the Easter celebrations and more adventures. Have you got some great tips for us or places you'd recommend? Follow us on site and online around Australia on Facebook for all the photos, or Instagram for the TLDR version, or subscribe to YouTube to get the notifications. Alternatively, contact me directly if anything has piqued your interest. I'd love to chat. We have plenty of time to share all we know as we wander along, because to be honest, regardless of the very questionable purchases, ratings, and all that stuff, we are really just living the dream.